Which congruence transformation does not map triangle ABC to triangle DEF? Is it A, a rotation of 180 degrees about the origin? Is it B, a translation of 0 units horizontally and 6 units up after a reflection across the y-axis? Is it C, a reflection across the x-axis after a reflection across the y-axis? Or is it D, a reflection across the y-axis after a reflection across the x-axis? Well, let's actually examine these and try to plot the composition of transformations required for each of these. So first, in answer choice A, a reflection of 180 degrees about the origin. So here's the origin. And if I go to the left 1 and down 3, I get to the origin, and a 180 degree rotation is continuing that straight line, and it does map down to point D. If we look at point C, we draw it to the origin and then continue that for another 4 units left and down 2, 4 units left, down 2. It does correspond to F. And same with B. If I go down 4 units and to the left 4 units and do that again, I end up at point E. So this one absolutely works. So that's not what we're going to circle because the question asks for what does not map it. Now let's look at the next one. We have a translation 0 units to the left or right and 6 units up after a reflection across the y-axis. So we're going to do the reflection across the y-axis first of triangle ABC. So to get from point A to the y-axis is 1 unit, so we're going to do it again. So here's where A prime is going to be. And then if I look at B, we have to go 1, 2, 3, 4 units to get to the line of reflection. So we have to go another 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's where B prime is going to appear. And then C, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here is C prime. And then if we connect them, we get this triangle that's here. And then if I take this and translate it 6 units up, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, point C is going to be way up here, and point B is going to be even higher, and point A is going to be about here. So we're going to have this random triangle right way up here, and that does not correspond to what shows up down here in quadrant 3. So this one definitely does not work. So this appears to be the correct answer choice. Let's also examine choices C and D to see if they also work for giving us triangle DEF from triangle ABC. So it says a reflection across the x-axis after a reflection across the y-axis. Okay, so I'm going to reflect about the y-axis again. And we had these 3 new points. Here was A prime, B prime, C prime. And then if we reflect this across the x-axis, we got to go 1, 2, 3 down, and then another 3, 1, 2, 3. Does correspond to D. If I look at B, I have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then another 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it does correspond to E. The key is to make sure that the order matches. And then again with C, we would have to go down 2 and then 2 again, and we would indeed get point F. So this one also works. Now let's see if the order of the reflections changes anything, because that's what answer choice D is saying. A reflection across the y-axis after a reflection across the x-axis. So let's reflect triangle ABC across the x-axis first and see what happens. So we got to go 1, 2, 1, 2 again. So this is going to be C prime For B prime, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then A prime, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 again. And if we connect it, we get this triangle in the middle step. And then if we reflect this across the y-axis, we do indeed get triangle DEF. So this one also works. So this verifies that the correct answer here is B, a translation of 6 units up after a reflection across the y-axis.